What's up, pirates? It's your boy GM. How's it going? It's been a while and I missed you guys. And thank God Oda is doing better. But to be honest, he would have taken a break until next year. I would have been fine by that. I just want him to be healthy at that point. Yes, I want to see how the story of One Piece is gonna end. But dude, chill, relax, take a break. We don't mind. We will wait. But without further ado, chapter 1132 of One Piece, let's get into this. Everybody is excited by the return of Brogy and Dory, and there's this little kid called Cullen, who we've seen in the past talking with Shanks, so these two know each other very well. So I feel like this guy is gonna be very important in that arc, and at the same time, he will get along with Luffy perfectly. That's for sure. We see the pirates arriving at the shore of Elbaf, and there is this huge rainbow, which they are enabled to set sail on it. They are able to sail on rainbows, and that is so cool. But of course, it's a great reference to Norse mythology, with the rainbow bridge connecting humanity and the gods called Bifrost. And these giants, they are able to create those rainbows with some crystal stones called painters. And so yeah, they are the one creating those, and maybe that's one of the reasons why the Marine has not been able to access Elbaf, because from even though they go to their ship, they're not gonna be able to get there. And even though no matter how wild their powers may be in terms of devil fruit, they're gonna get knocked out. So that's one of the many reasons I would say that there's not a lot of giant soldiers among the Marine forces. But yeah, that whole rainbow thing, I love the whole connection to Norse mythology with that, which we know that this arc will be heavily influenced by. We go back with Luffy, and he's flying in midair and came across Gerd and Goldberg, and he recognized that that is his ship, the Thousand Sunny, and he meets with Gerd and Goldberg. And Gerd is like fanboying a little bit about the Straw Hats and all that, but she seems to be less toxic than Rodo. So that's that is pretty much more appreciated from her than from Rodo. Goldberg asks Luffy what was he doing in the underworld. Did he fall or what happened? And Luffy starts sweating buckets, and we see a little flashback of Loki telling him to not tell anybody about their conversation and them meeting each other. Now, what the hell did he say or do? Like, did Loki did something to him? Did he say something that he shouldn't have said? Oh my god. Like, I said that in my previous video, that Luffy is naive, and Loki will take that as an advantage to play with him. So what happened? I can't help shade that without being willingly for it, that Luffy brought some sort of a dark omen towards Elbaf, and he's gonna have to, to save Elbaf, like he always does, like to every other nations. But I think that his role as Nika, the sun god, will be pivotal to this arc. Like, something is gonna happen. Like, he's gonna be like a great, I'm gonna say this, him being the sun god and the giants revering Nika, the sun god. I feel like in their myths and legends, Luffy will play a very great role into that. And I mean, he's gonna have to. Rodo tries to capture the Straw Hat, but fails ridiculously, and good for him, he deserves that. And even better, Gerd and Goldberg spanks him and reprimands him, and in a very harsh way, even for giants. But I enjoyed that battle, seriously. And Gerd offers Zoro, Nami, and Sanji to be transported to Elbaf. We also learned that Elbaf is split in 3 levels. We got from top to bottom the astral world, the sun world, and also the underworld. The sun world is where the villages are located, and villages plural. So there must be a lot of villages living on Elbaf, and I can't wait to explore all of them. And the astral world, that's the one that caught my attention, because I do, just like Norse mythology, well, at least a version of Norse mythology, the worlds were split on 3 levels. and Midgard, aka Earth, was in the middle, and below was the underworld, Niflheim, Helheim, and above was like Asgard, Vanaheim, and Alfheim. So I feel like the astral world might have something connected to divinity or myths and legend and all that, or even better, maybe a red poneglyph stones. It could be, it could be it. But needless to say, like, it's certain that Luffy will get there somehow. He will get there. Like, he's too noisy to stay in one place. We see a spread of Elbaf. Like, they have finally arrived at Elbaf, and this spread is majestic. It's beautiful. It is amazing. But my favorite part of that spread was seeing Usopp crying, and not in a silly way. Like, he's genuinely crying. And if you have followed One Piece as long as I did, this guy has been wanting to go to Elbaf ever since the Little Garden arc. And that arc started at chapter 115. That is 1017 chapters ago. And he's finally there. Like, his goal is still to be a brave man of the sea, but seriously, and let's be honest, this arc is gonna be Usopp's level up. Like, he's gonna glow up. Like, his glow is in this Elbaf arc. But Usopp to finally arrive there after everything he went through, I think seeing his tears, seeing theirs, like, honestly, I am so happy for him. Seriously, it was such a touching detail added by Oda for Usopp to just cry. It's like, oh my God, I'm here, finally. So it was a beautiful moment. The chapter ends with everybody getting reunited in Elbaf. And there is this quote from an explorer called Louis Arnott. And he quotes, "To be in the presence of the gargantuan is to know emotion. Who could possibly put this sight into words that convey its grandeur? This is Elbaf Island, the kingdom of Warland." But most simplify the matter by just saying the name Elbaf for the land of the giants. Plants, trees, flowers, insects, fish, bird, and animals. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning: do not overstay your welcome here. First of all, Louis Arnott is known to be an explorer that is mentioned in the book called Bragman, and that book was a popular book that depicts stories from the Grand Line, and people would read this book as a mockery kind of way, because they couldn't believe all the stories that were told in that book, because they were just too unbelievable. It was one of the books that were saved back at the Hellbuster that was casted on Oara Island. So yeah, and Nami owns one of those books, by the way. So yeah, Louis Arnott, explorer, and mentioning at the end of his quote, "Do not overstay your welcome here." Okay, again, that is very dramatic, if you don't mind me saying, and yeah. What does that mean? Like, seriously, that cliffhanger is really like, oh, I want more. But we're gonna have to wait next week. So yeah, so this was an incredible chapter. They finally arrived at Elbaf, especially for Usopp. He really needed this. So guys, tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. I don't read minds. Let's flood the comment section. Let's talk about this. And stick around in a couple hours. I'm about to stream and continue my gameplay of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm at chapter 13, the last one, so stick around. So that's pretty much it. And One Piece, we're back. So guys, in the meantime, take care of yourself. Have a good rest of the weekend. So take it easy, stay breezy, and I'll see you around. See you next week, guys. Bye.